CCSP exam practice questions. Domain 2, Cloud Data Security. Part 6. Question 1. A cloud service provider needs to implement a solution to protect sensitive customer information before storing it in their database. Which of the following approaches would best maintain data utility while protecting individual privacy? A. Data masking to replace sensitive fields with X's. B. Complete data removal using secure deletion. C. Data tokenization with a secure lookup table. D. Data hashing using SHA-256. Correct answer, C. Explanation. Data tokenization is the optimal solution in this scenario because it replaces sensitive values with randomly generated identifiers while maintaining a secure lookup table. This approach allows the organization to still use and process the data meaningfully while protecting the original sensitive information. Unlike masking, which permanently obscures data, or hashing, which is one-way and vulnerable to rainbow table attacks, tokenization preserves the ability to retrieve the original values when necessary through the lookup table. Complete data removal would eliminate utility entirely. Tokenization provides the best balance between security and usability. Question 2. An organization discovers that employees are accidentally emailing sensitive financial data to external recipients. Which security control would best prevent this type of data exposure? A. Host-based firewall rules. B. Network-based DLP monitoring. C. Full disk encryption. D. Access control lists. Correct answer, B. Explanation. Network-based data loss prevention, DLP. Monitoring is specifically designed to detect and prevent the unauthorized transmission of sensitive information through network channels like email. It can automatically scan outbound traffic for patterns matching sensitive data, like financial information, and block or encrypt the transmission before a breach occurs. Host-based firewalls focus on connection control rather than content inspection. Full disk encryption only protects data at rest, not in transit. Access control lists manage permissions but don't inspect content. Network DLP is purpose-built for preventing accidental data exposure through communication channels. Question 3. When implementing data anonymization according to HIPAA standards, which approach provides the most efficient method for large datasets while ensuring compliance? A. Statistical analysis with professional review. B. Safe harbor method removing 18 identifiers. C. Custom encryption of identifying fields. D. Partial redaction of sensitive elements. Correct answer, B. Explanation. The safe harbor method, which requires removing 18 specific types of identifiers, is the most efficient approach for HIPAA compliance in large datasets. While statistical analysis, expert determination method, can be more precise, it requires extensive professional review and validation for each dataset. The safe harbor method provides clear, consistent requirements that can be automated and applied uniformly across large datasets. Custom encryption doesn't meet HIPAA de-identification standards, and partial redaction may leave identifying information. The safe harbor method offers a standardized, scalable approach that ensures compliance without requiring case-by-case expert analysis. Question 4. Which statement best describes why using only zip code, date of birth, and gender is insufficient for data de-identification? A. These fields are explicitly prohibited by privacy regulations. B. The combination uniquely identifies 87% of the U.S. population. C. Date of birth contains too many specific data points. D. Gender classification is too restrictive. Correct answer, B. Explanation. Research from Carnegie Mellon University demonstrated that the combination of zip code, date of birth, and gender can uniquely identify approximately 87% of the U.S. population. This finding is significant because while each element alone seems innocuous, their combination creates a surprisingly high level of identification precision. This illustrates why simple de-identification strategies focusing on obvious identifiers are insufficient. The fields aren't explicitly prohibited, the issue isn't with date of birth's specificity alone, and gender classification isn't the primary concern. The key issue is the unexpected power of combining seemingly non-identifying data points. Question 5. A company needs to implement a DLP solution to protect sensitive data. Which of the following detection methods would be most effective for identifying unauthorized transmission of classified documents? A. Pattern matching for sensitive terms. B. Digital watermarking of documents. C. Regular expression matching. D. File extension monitoring. Correct answer. B. Explanation. Digital watermarking is the most effective method for tracking classified documents because it applies unique electronic tags to sensitive documents that DLP systems can monitor. Unlike pattern matching or regular expressions, which might generate false positives with similar-looking content, watermarks provide definitive identification of protected documents. File extension monitoring is too superficial and easily bypassed. Watermarking ensures that protected documents are tracked regardless of how they are modified or renamed, providing the most reliable method for identifying unauthorized transmission of classified materials. Question 6. When implementing data hashing for protecting sensitive information, which of the following is the most significant limitation? A. Computational overhead of hashing algorithms. B. Storage requirements for hash values. C. Vulnerability to rainbow table attacks. D. Inability to process large datasets. Correct answer, C. Explanation. The most significant limitation of using hashing for data protection is its vulnerability to rainbow table attacks. In these attacks, if an attacker has a list of possible input values, they can pre-compute hashes and match them against the stored hash values to determine the original data. This is particularly problematic for fields with a known set of possible values, like student IDs or social security numbers. While computational overhead and storage requirements are considerations, they are not as critical as this security vulnerability. Modern systems can easily handle large datasets, making that limitation less significant. The rainbow table vulnerability fundamentally undermines the security objective of using hashing for data protection. Question 7. A healthcare organization needs to share patient data with researchers while maintaining HIPAA compliance. Which of the following approaches provides the most flexibility while ensuring compliance? A. Safe harbor de-identification. B. Expert determination method. C. Tokenization with encryption. D. Complete data masking. Correct answer, B. Explanation. The expert determination method provides the most flexibility for healthcare organizations sharing data with researchers while maintaining HIPAA compliance. This method allows statisticians to analyze the specific dataset and validate that the risk of re-identification is very small, while potentially preserving more data fields than the safe harbor method. This is particularly valuable for research purposes where certain data elements might be crucial for analysis but would be removed under Safe Harbor's strict 18 identifier rule. While tokenization and masking can protect data, they don't specifically align with HIPAA's de-identification requirements. The expert determination method offers a tailored approach that can maximize data utility for research while ensuring compliance. Question 8. Which DLP deployment model would be most effective for an organization with a hybrid cloud environment and multiple remote offices? A. Host-based DLP agents only. B. Network-based DLP only. C. Cloud-based managed DLP service. D. On-premises DLP appliance. Correct answer. C. Explanation. A cloud-based managed DLP service is the most effective solution for a hybrid cloud environment with multiple remote offices because it provides centralized management and consistent policy enforcement across all locations and environments. Cloud-based DLP can monitor both cloud and on-premises resources, scales easily to accommodate remote offices, and doesn't require maintaining hardware at each location. Host-based agents alone wouldn't provide adequate network visibility, while network-based DLP-only or on-premises appliances would struggle to protect cloud resources in remote offices effectively. The cloud-based managed service model offers the flexibility, scalability, and comprehensive coverage needed for modern distributed environments. Question 9. When implementing data obfuscation in a cloud environment, which of the following represents the most secure approach for maintaining long-term data utility? A. One-way hashing with SALT. B. Basic data masking. C. Reversible tokenization with split knowledge. D. Pattern-based redaction. Correct answer. C. Explanation. Reversible tokenization with split knowledge provides the most secure approach for data obfuscation while maintaining long-term utility. This method replaces sensitive data with tokens and splits the lookup table knowledge across multiple parties, requiring collaboration for data recovery. Unlike one-way hashing, even with SALT, which can't be reversed, basic masking, which permanently obscures data, or pattern-based redaction, which removes data entirely, tokenization with split knowledge maintains data usability while providing strong security through separation of duties. This approach is particularly valuable in cloud environments where maintaining both security and data utility is crucial. Question 10. A company discovers sensitive data scattered across various cloud storage locations. Which initial action would best help address this security concern? A. Implement full encryption. B. Run a host-based DLP scan. C. Apply immediate data masking. D. Deploy network monitoring. Correct answer. B. Explanation. Running a host-based DLP scan is the best initial action because it will identify and catalog all locations containing sensitive information, allowing for informed decision-making about subsequent protection measures. Host-based DLP tools can search systems thoroughly for sensitive data patterns, even in unlikely locations, providing a comprehensive inventory of what needs to be protected. While encryption, masking, and network monitoring are valuable security controls, they should be implemented after understanding the full scope of the problem. The host-based DLP scan provides the necessary visibility to develop an effective remediation strategy. Question 11. When implementing data anonymization, which combination of seemingly non-sensitive fields should be most carefully considered for potential re-identification risk? A. Employee ID and department. B. Age and job title. C. Zip code, birth date, and gender. D. First name and last initial. Correct answer, C. Explanation. The combination of zip code, birth date, and gender should be most carefully considered because research has shown that these three seemingly non-sensitive fields can uniquely identify approximately 87% of the U.S. population. This specific combination creates a surprisingly high risk of re-identification, even though each field individually appears harmless. While other combinations like employee ID and department or name components could potentially identify individuals, they are more obviously identifying fields. The zip code, birth date, and gender combination represents a subtle but significant re-identification risk that might be overlooked in standard anonymization processes. Question 12. Which characteristic of DLP systems provides the most reliable method for tracking sensitive documents across cloud services? A. Pattern matching algorithms. B. electronic watermarking. C. Regular expression filtering. D. File hash monitoring. Correct answer, B. Explanation. Electronic watermarking provides the most reliable method for tracking sensitive documents across cloud services because it embeds a unique, persistent identifier within the document itself. Unlike pattern matching or regular expressions, which may generate false positives when scanning content, or file hash monitoring, which fails if the file is modified, watermarks remain with the document regardless of how it is altered or where it is moved. This persistence makes watermarking particularly effective in cloud environments where documents may be shared, modified, or stored across multiple services. The watermark provides a definitive way to identify and track protected documents throughout their lifecycle.